Hi everyone, Eric Nelson here once again, and thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. For today, I am back with another book review on K.L. Collins' The Unveiling 1.0. Now, before I get into the review, I would like to ask all of you what kind of what kind of what kind of person would you actually get if you were to combine the characters of Indiana Jones and Bruce Wayne? Would you get a very skilled and strong superhero, or a superhero that has a lot of humanistic uh, qualities, both good and bad? Now, I don't know if the protagonist of this book would fit that bill 100%, but I can say that Max Battenberg would be a logical choice for the humane side of a superhero, both good and bad. Now, to be perfectly honest, I really wasn't that familiar with the with the backstory of this book, which is actually based on on a mythology that its name is something that I cannot pronounce well, and I'm sorry, but I've tried it and I just can't pronounce it well. But it is in the book, of course, and it's on Amazon and all the other sites. So if you can pronounce it, please, please, please teach me how. But although I was not that knowledgeable about the mythology of the story, I was able to be fully entertained by it all, as well as its characters. Although some of the characters' motivations made my blood boil, I was still entertained. Now, if you read this story and those same characters didn't make your blood boil, you obviously were not paying attention at all. Now, in the very first chapter of this book, uh, the author has the character of Max stumbling upon what is called the money pit. And right before KL I'm sorry, right before KL Collins brings us into the past in order to explain how Max got to that point, he leaves Max in a cliffhanging position where we are not sure if he will get out of that money pit alive. But afterwards, we learn that Max is an ordinary billionaire heir. Now, when I say ordinary in this case, I mean that he is living the type of life where 99.9% of the world cannot afford to live in, and probably maybe even a little bit more, because now people are saying that there is the very top 1% and the low 1%. I know, weird, right? But anyway, he is living the ordinary lifestyle of a millionaire, or I should say a billionaire, I'm sorry. But after he turns the age of 25, all really doesn't seem to be that ordinary, because after he partakes in a family ritual, he soon finds out that he has many alien descendants, as well as many alien relatives who are still living. And after he is introduced to some of his alien siblings or alien half siblings, they inform him more about how they are controlling the whole planet, as well as controlling how humans think and live. And speaking of that, they also explain to them how humans really evolve, or how aliens evolved into humans rather than apes evolving into humans. So as more secrets are being revealed to him, Max must make a decision on whether or not to join up with his family and live in peace, or if he should figure out some way to put a halt to this superpower, the type of superpower that would be impossible for only one man, or in this case, one half man, half alien, to simply destroy. Now, first of all, I brought up the analogies of Bruce Wayne and Indiana Jones because they were basically very humane superheroes. And although Max really isn't a superhero, I think what he is faced with, and how much pressure he holds on when he has to decide on whether to rejoin with this evil team or to go up against them. In my book, that is a very good quality of a real hero. But I like how the author K.L. Collins really made him, I mean, he may be living the life of an ordinary billionaire, but he's not like an ordinary billionaire. And I mean, his feelings and his views are not the same as an ordinary billionaire, because he is a humane person. And I also like how K.L. Collins was able to bring up the whole idea of aliens and money and corruption and world domination, because it reminded me a little bit of the reptilian conspiracy theory. Now, I myself do not believe in that conspiracy theory, but I think it is entertaining. And if you haven't read that theory, you should definitely look it up. It's got a lot of weird news clippings and all this other weird stuff that may be weird, but it is entertaining to read. Now, in this book, or maybe in the end or in the middle, you're probably asking, does Max make a decision on whether to rejoin the dark side, or to go up against them? Well, I won't answer that question, because you should read the book yourself, but also K.L. Collins is currently working on a sequel to this, which is called, or simply called, the Unveiling number 2.0. So now there is no release date on that yet, but you should definitely follow him on Facebook and Twitter. So you can get this book anywhere, and I hope to see you all at the bookstore or the iBookstore.